Have you ever had that moment where you sit alone at night, maybe lying in bed staring at the ceiling, and this thought hits you? How did my life end up here? Not where you imagined, not what you dreamed about when you were younger. And it stings because you can't deny it anymore. You know you're far from where you want to be. And the truth is, you're not the only one who feels this way. I'd bet that 99% of people on this planet, at some point, have felt anxious, frustrated, angry, or even hopeless. But here's the difference. Most people let those feelings become excuses. They say, I'm too anxious, I'm too tired, I'm too upset. And they stop before they even begin. Think about how many times you've repeated those excuses in your own head, over and over again, reinforcing the belief that those emotions are a barrier you can't get past. And it's not really your fault. Since you were a kid, you were told that negativity is bad, that if you feel anxious or sad or angry, something's wrong with you. Society slaps labels on you. You're depressed, you're anxious, you're broken, you're damaged. And after hearing it enough, you start to believe it. You start to believe you're the problem, that your emotions are proof that you'll never be enough. But here's the truth nobody bothered to teach you. Negative emotions are not a curse. They're not a sign that you're broken. They are energy, raw, powerful energy. And the people who succeed, the ones who rise to the top 1%, are not the ones who avoid negativity. They're the ones who use it. Because momentum is always happening in your life. You're either spiraling down or you're spiraling up. There's no standing still. Your emotions can be the weight that drags you under or the fuel that propels you higher than you've ever been. So let's be real for a second. Picture your life when it's going wrong in every direction. You're unhealthy, you're tired all the time, you're numbing yourself with distractions, you're failing at school or work, you're surrounded by people who don't really care about you, you feel stuck, empty, maybe even ashamed. That's what hitting rock bottom looks like. But rock bottom is not the end. It's the turning point. It's the wake-up call that forces you to ask, am I finally ready to stop being controlled by my feelings and start using them instead? And if the answer is yes, that's when real change begins. And it starts in one place, your mind. So I want to share with you 3 tools that can transform the way you look at negative emotions. These tools are simple, but they're powerful enough to take you from spiraling down to spiraling up. Tool 1. Negative visualization. Most people ask themselves terrible questions like, why am I such a failure? Why do I suck at this? Why can't I just get it right? And guess what? Your brain will always give you terrible answers. But what if instead you asked, if I keep living this way, if I don't change a single thing, where will I be in 5 years? Pause and think about that. Don't rush it. Fast forward in your mind. If you keep eating the way you do, drinking the way you do, procrastinating the way you do, surrounding yourself with the same people, what will your life look like? Maybe you'll be unhealthy, maybe broke, maybe alone, maybe trapped in the same cycle but worse. And if you're honest, that picture should scare you. It should terrify you, because here's the secret. You don't need more motivation to change. You need a reason why you can't afford not to change. It's not always about running toward a dream. Sometimes it's about running away from the nightmare that's waiting for you if you don't act. That fear of the wrong future can be the fire you need. And once you see it clearly, you'll realize the cost of staying the same is far greater than the cost of changing. Tool 2. Building frustration tolerance. Now let's talk about frustration tolerance, because this is where most people quit. Why do people eat junk food? Because they don't want to feel hungry. Why do people drink? Because they don't want to feel anxious. Why do people quit projects, businesses, or dreams? because they can't tolerate being bad at something in the beginning. It all comes down to avoiding discomfort. And the more you avoid discomfort, the smaller your life becomes. But here's what's fascinating. Studies show that people who achieve great things have one thing in common. They can tolerate a higher level of frustration. They don't run from hunger, from failure, from fear. They can sit in it. And because they can sit in it, they move through it. So how do you build that skill? Here's the process. Accept it. Stop fighting the feeling. If you're anxious, admit it. If you're frustrated, admit it. That honesty is powerful. Label it. Say, this is anxiety. This is frustration. This is sadness. Naming it separates you from it. You are not the feeling. You are the person experiencing the feeling. Shift the story. Instead of lying to yourself with fake affirmations, give yourself realistic cues. Don't say, I'm a confident millionaire when you're broke and insecure. Say, I feel uncertain right now, but if I stay consistent, I can improve. That's believable. That's honest. And your brain listens to honesty more than it listens to empty positivity. Tool 3. Proving your brain wrong. Because for most of your life, you've believed your thoughts are facts. You've believed that if you feel something strongly, it must be true. But thoughts are not facts, and emotions are not commands. Just because you feel like quitting doesn't mean you should. Just because you think you're unworthy doesn't mean you are. Your brain is wired for survival, not success. That means it's constantly scanning for danger, constantly whispering worst-case scenarios in your ear. You'll fail. They'll leave you. You're not good enough. You'll never change. So here's a simple way to fight back. 4 questions you can ask yourself anytime a thought is dragging you down. Is it true? Is it absolutely true? How does this thought make me feel? Who would I be without this thought? Take the thought, I'll never succeed. Is it true? Maybe it feels true, but no, it's not proven. Is it absolutely true? Of course not. You don't know the future. How does this thought make you feel? Hopeless, discouraged, ready to quit. Who would you be without that thought? You'd be more willing to try, to show up, to take action. By walking through those steps, you strip the power out of the lie. And once the lie is exposed, you can replace it with something better. Not fake positivity, but a truer perspective. I don't know if I'll succeed, but I know I'll never find out unless I try. And that one shift can change everything. So here's the bigger picture. Your emotions aren't here to destroy you. They're here to guide you. Anxiety, frustration, fear, self-doubt, they are not signs that you're broken. They are signals. And when you learn to interpret them the right way, they become tools. Visualize the cost of staying the same. Build tolerance for discomfort. Prove your brain wrong when it lies to you. If you can do those 3 things, you'll no longer be at war with yourself. Instead, you'll be in control. And when you're in control, life stops being something that happens to you and starts being something you build. If this spoke to you, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.